So now let's go to the NBA dunk contest. We're not forgetting, so we got to kind of put it at the forefront of the show. So, a couple days late here, but we're getting it done. We're getting it done. We finally remembered to do it. So here we go. We're just going to kind of score the first round, just kind of how we would score it, and then kind of just talk it through. So here we go. The NBA 2021 dunk contest from a couple days ago. Here we go. The first dunk up is Cassius Stanley. And I'm just going to tell you right now, he's disrespected with the score on this one. I mean, a huge floater, and then just, kind of a seated dunk, kind of almost like with Zach LaVine, who was Zach LaVine or Aaron Gordon in that dunk contest, who literally just went kind of sitting, and the pass of the ball underneath the legs. I mean, this is fantastic. Great bounce, great, just a great dunk, just going between his legs, getting his head almost at the rim. I mean, this is a truly underrated dunk here. I give this a 10. This is a 10, folks. Between the legs, airborne, huge air, great hops. I mean, I definitely give this dunk a 10. But then when we look at what the judges give them, we see 8s and 9s. And do I see a 7? We're going to see it again. We'll see the numbers in a second. But that's a fantastic dunk. Great first round dunk, absolutely, and just 9s and 8s everywhere. Nobody gave him a 10, not one 10 somewhere. What are we doing? I gave that man a 10. Alrighty, so we got 10 for Cassius Stanley's first dunk. All right, Obi Topping here. What does he got? Huge dunk, and once again, I mean, we watched Obi Topping. We predicted him to kind of win this, but what a dunk here. Just a quick bounce pass between his legs, catching it between his legs as he's going up in the air, and this is a nice dunk too. I give this dunk a 10 as well. I mean, just absolutely fantastic. Not a huge running start. This concentration of bouncing it under your legs as you're jumping and still catching it a little bit behind your back and getting the dunk still. It's fantastic. Now, he did get a couple 10s here, 3 10s, 2 9s, so we give him a 10 as well. Alrighty, that means Anthony Simmons is up now. Here we go. And this is, folks. I mean, I don't want to say we kind of looked at the perfect dunk highlights when we kind of predicted the matchups like last week on the show, because we saw Anthony Simons here tapped like the highest part of the glass and seeing where that reach was, and it was all in preparation for this dunk right here. And this is probably the best first round dunk there is. He put the ball right outside of the inner square that you bounce your layups off of to make sure they are 100% in. So he puts it right at the top left corner of that square. He's got it held up there. He goes up, jumps all the way up. I think this is his first attempt as well. He just goes up, catches it, takes the ball, and then dunks it. I mean, the height on this is absolutely magnificent. And I don't think we've ever seen this before. I don't think I've ever seen somebody just stick the ball on the backboard and go and grab it all in one motion and dunk it. I think this is the first time we've seen it. So this is an absolute 10 for this man. Let's see what the judges give him. These should be all 10s. This should be a flawless 50 right here. But only one 10. Or what are we doing here? Who's judging these dunks? We can't even take these judges seriously. And this isn't just on this NBA dunk contest. This goes back to the last 3 where Dwayne Wade gave somebody like an 8 or a 9 and just kind of ruined them from winning for some reason. So can't really trust the judges here. You can trust us, though. We're giving out fair scores here. All right, so everybody gets 10s on their first dunks. Let's see what happens on the second round of dunks here. Cassius Stanley is back up here. A big old lob, but unfortunately he had to do this because he was running out of attempts. So not a great dunk here. Just kind of basic. This is kind of like an in-game dunk a little bit besides the big old bounce pass, but just kind of a nice little not really tomahawk, maybe mid tomahawk dunk. It's nice, but it's like an 8.5. It's a 9. I give it an 8.5. Nothing great. And that's what it was getting here, 8s and 7s. So truly unfortunate here. Just could have hit his main dunk. So he has to kind of go to a basic dunk, and that really eliminates him from the competition, unfortunately. So it's just the top 2 dunkers go to the final round with 1 dunk each. So unfortunately, Cassius Stanley here with the 8.5 from us. not going to really get it done here. So here's Anthony Simons' second dunk attempt here. He changes into the Tracy McGrady jersey, and this is like a 360 spin mid-air. Look at him kind of catch this one. Maybe not totally 360, maybe like 330, but I mean, it's just absolutely fantastic. This man's bungees his air, just how high he can get up and stay in the air and just total control and dunk the ball 360. Absolutely fantastic. I give him another 10 on this one. I don't like the jerseys. We saw who did this. Somebody did a couple of years ago, putting on the Vince Carter jersey. I'm not a big fan of these jerseys, putting on jerseys and kind of replicating dunks. Don't really like it that much. But here's Anthony Simons, truly respected by the judges here. 4 10s and a 9. I can definitely get behind that. We got him with 10. So we got Anthony Simons back-to-back 10s. So he would definitely advance in our scoring to the finals, which he does. So that's good. And now we got Obi Topping's last dunk here. A run up, jumps over 2 people, and just look at him cradle this ball, and then he goes and just a nice windmill as he's jumping over these 2 players. I mean, this just ball control, everything about this is fantastic. Jumping over 2 tall people here, and the windup of the ball is really what makes this dunk from maybe like a 9 to really a 10. Just look at this windup. Yes, sir. I mean, everybody, was blasting Obi Topping before this dunk contest, saying, oh, his height's going to be a disadvantage for him. But then he goes and puts all these little spins on these dunks to make them even better. And so I got to give him so much credit for this dunk. This is a clear 10 as well. And I think he gets a little disrespected by the judges here. I want to say he doesn't get that many 10s, but I mean, this wind up here and then the windmill as he's jumping over these players, the sheer concentration. And this is true disrespect here by the judges. 4 9s and only 1 10. What are we doing here? Oh my goodness. Man. That's better than a 46. That's got to be a clear 50. Nobody is appreciating these dunks out here. And that's probably, bad having, legendary NBA players be judges because, they're all like, oh, I could do better. Oh, in my prime, I could have done better. Blah, blah, blah. No, you couldn't. No, you couldn't. Stop that. So they're just trying to protect their own legacy, maybe. That's why, maybe a little bit of lower scores here. But we got Obi Topping with 2 10s. We judged Anthony Simons 2 dunks with 2 10s. Unfortunately, Cassius Staley has to go to the backup dunk with only really an 8.5. So Anthony Simons and Obi Topping advance to the final rounds here, each with 1 dunk. So let's watch these. And it's tough to crown a winner here between these 2, but we'll talk through it. Here we go. Obi Topping is up first. Here we go. Just a nice little underneath the legs dunk. Nothing really great. I think his first dunk, this was basically his first dunk, but he got a big old running start instead of just a small running start with the bounce pass between his legs. So not a big fan. Let's see where he took off from. I think just like a foot inside. Yeah, just a foot inside the free throw line. So nothing really spectacular there. Nothing really great here. I would say this is like an 8.5 dunk. Nothing great, unfortunately. And then the real problem with the winner here is Anthony Simons. So let's watch his dunk and talk through it. So he's starting from the corner 3. Shoots it up high for the high bounce. And then he goes and dunks it. But it's just a high dunk, and unfortunately what he was trying to do here is great. The thought of the dunk of him kissing the rim as he's dunking, but he doesn't actually touch the rim with his lips a little bit. He's a couple inches away. He kind of pulls away at the last second there, and I think that takes a lot of weight from the dunk here. Now, if he actually kissed it, this is one of the best dunks ever in a dunk contest. I got to give him so much credit for it, but he never really made contact with the rim. As we said, a couple of inches away from the iron there. I want to see those lips touch that iron. You better get up there. If you're trying to kiss the rim, you better kiss the rim. I think who was it? Kenny, during just the commentary of the dunk contest, he was like, I would have put a mouth guard in and I would have went 100% of kissing that rim. And I truly 100% agree. If you're going to go for it and make sure your lips touch the rim. If that's your concept of the dunk, of me kissing the rim, I want to see you at least kissing the rim. I don't want to see you getting close and then kind of shying away at the last second. So the idea of the dunk is there. the execution of the dunk wasn't truly right there, and that this is the only reason why we know what he was trying to do with it, because after the dunk he goes and kind of air kisses the rim, so now you can put it all together. But if he never does this and we don't really know the full context of the dunk, this is just a regular old dunk, nothing great. But he was going against Obi Topping, who once again didn't do anything great as well. So I judged Obi Topping's dunk maybe 8.5. I think I give Anthony Simmons maybe a 9 here, just because at least he had an idea with the dunk, where really Obi Topping, it was just a normal dunk. So I think Anthony Simons got kind of bailed out a little bit here with Obi Topping's lackluster dunk, because if Obi Topping had a mind-blowing dunk, Anthony Simons not touching the rim with his lips, I think is just going to be a clear loss there. So the judges score Anthony Simmons the best dunk. They don't score any points. It's just one dunk for each player, and then everybody votes. And Anthony Simmons wins 3-2 here. And I would have judged it probably a 9 if we have to give a score to it. 9 for Anthony Simons, 8.5 for Obi Topping at the end. So Anthony Simons won. We predicted Obi Topping would win. We thought Anthony Simons could win because we were watching him in his kind of pre-dunk footage and just some dunk highlights, and we saw him just get up on that rim. We saw his head above the rim every single time. And then he showcased it with his first dunk of just grabbing the ball very high off the glass. I mean, he's only 6'2", folks. He's 6'3". He's he's a shorter player, but he can get up very high. So unfortunately for Obi Topping, he loses. Anthony Simons wins. Congratulations to him. Just maybe a little bit of a bailout there, since Obi Topping didn't have a great dunk. But the idea of kissing the rim as you're dunking, it's a pretty good one. So Anthony Simons wins the dunk contest. Do we agree? Yeah, we agree. We judge him of winning as well. Just really wish he would have made contact with the rim with his lips, honestly. But that was the dunk contest. Pretty decent for, kind of a makeshift dunk contest. Only 3 players in the halftime of an actual all-star game where, there's only 2 rounds, and I think there's only 2 rounds in the regular dunk contest, but, only 1 dunk in that second round. We're really not used to that. So, alrighty. Anthony Simons, winner of the 2021 NBA dunk contest. So, very well done.